Oh, okay, here we go. And the 4s. Here we go. So this is what was going on before I turned the recording on. See, just, I mean, nothing, right? Um, what was I showing you? So before, I've, I've got the game thinking that's what my screen size is, right? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Then, and in order to do that, you have to delete this folder, and it will go through redetecting all your stuff and everything, and then it will go with your config file to set up the the internal game as the way that it is, right? So delete that folder, and then whatever you got in here, and it'll compile it in that way. But now we want to do it to just one step down, that's still 16 by 9, one step down, that's still 16 by 9 from 1080p. You with me? We're going to trick, we're tricking STARCITIZEN and Adrenaline. I mean, I guess, if you want to put it that way. And we're keeping all the clarity. And we're getting all the benefits of the clarity and very, 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 very little of even their overhead of what they say it's doing, right? So this is part 2 of what I was trying to say on the last video. Ready? Are you ready? Because we didn't change. So now we're just doing 50% automatically, 50%, and it's going to scale it up in game. It's going to stretch it in game, 50%, which is which isn't going to have any crazy calculations, right? It might have weird remainders with long numbers, but it's not terrible, okay? And I'll build shaders once I find the real perfect one, which is what I've been trying to do, but this helps somebody else, I'm sure. Okay, 16 by 9, which is only one step away from 1080p, which is where we're at. So we're only doing one step, and it's a perfect conversion, 16 by 9 to 16 by 9. Okay, and we've done that both by what the STARCITIZEN compiler thinks our screen size is, so how much information it's sending. So more information, it's sending more information, and then the driver is specifically going to catch it. Okay, at 16 by 9, which is only one step away, which is it's a lot easier, right? Okay, the driver's going to step it up just to 1080p, but what it's actually doing in the game, because it's drawing 38 or 38 by 19. Is that what it is? 38. Son of a bitch. What is it? 18 by 9. So 36 by 18. It's drawn 36 by 18 in the game. So the detail is there to do any of the TSR, BS, to do, because we're also VSRing down to this one. See, I haven't done that part yet even. I don't think. Maybe I have. Ah, yes, there's the other part of it. See what we're getting for frames, 180, 190. I mean, that's wonderful. And look how good it looks. It looks pretty good. But obviously, you want it big enough. It would be playable. I just don't like the fuzz, right? But the fuzz is what's telling me what's happening. It probably doesn't matter to you, but now we're ready for magic. Here we go. I hope you're still following me. It's a bit complicated. It took a long time for me to figure this out. And I haven't seen anybody else do it, but maybe somebody has. Hell, I don't know. Maybe I'm the last one getting in here. See this button on for push to talk is pissing everything off. It always tried to close the game down. Okay, we're getting about 180, 190, right? 180, 190. We're in 16 by 9. And tell me that's 16 by 9 on your screen right there. I mean, think about it for a moment. There won't be any clarity loss, watch. See how clean that is? Okay. Ooh, and it's full screen. And there's no fuzz. You can't see this, but I can see it, so I'm just going to tell you. It's just telling me 91 frames at 11 milliseconds. In both cars, we got 40 and 100. Oh, here we go. See, we have to trick it to get here, I think. Is that what's happening? Because I've gotten it where it was blue. I don't want you to think that we're doing something that you have to like rig every time you go in there. But now you will have to. I'll go through that later, but because it's difficult to get here, because their their app is very poorly done. Well, in one way, just in one way, like you cannot turn on fluid frames at all and keep Star Citizen. You know what? I think I'm doing this backwards. You can still do this, but it's not as good. It's not, I don't think it's as good. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm doing this all backwards. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, you know? That's why it took so long to get here. And it's been, I mean, it's years in the making as far as hardware and everything to get this far. And I don't think, there's not a lot of people that do that. I don't think. There it is. There we go. Get 180, 190. And we're at 16 by 9. You see that? Anyway, we could run some of these lower ones if we want to, but then we'd have to switch to the borderless. But see, the borderless is going to work anyway for anything that's larger. I remember. What? So, what are we in out there? I don't even know. we're getting 90. We're getting 90. Think about this. We're getting 90 at 3K. Without any upscale. With only the upscale is only one step from 900 to 1080p. So you're only losing a small amount of clarity, and you've got a screen that's too big for the monitor. Okay, coming from STARCITIZEN, so you could turn off or on their internal temporal, what is that, temporal super resolution, TSR, that keep turning off and on. You can turn that off or on, and it's telling you exactly what it would look like, or exactly what it would do if you were playing on a monitor that big. Anyhow, I'm gonna save this one and then wait a minute. Maybe this ain't the one that I thought I was getting. Oh yeah, that's what I gotta do. Man, there we go. That'll work. You wouldn't believe how much I had to do all four of those things and learn them all. What's the best one, and just keep doing them back and forth. Well, to each one that was related to each other until because I knew it was awkward that I could lower it all the way down as low as possible, and I couldn't get any better frames in Star Citizen no matter what, and that was a long time ago. And I had good, good stuff, pretty good stuff. There we go. Let's see what we got here. We got, says it's inactive. Shut. Come on. We're close, and I'm hoping this video finally gets people that are unaware, or maybe I'm the only one left in the whole planet. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, 225. 225. What? No, no, back down to 180. I thought I've seen it. Why is the super resolution doing that? What am I starting at? 16.9. Why is it doing that? I don't even know. Full screen with the clarity. 90. That's still good. I'd still play that with a 1111 frame time. Come on. That's wonderful. But still. Maybe that's what I keep forgetting to do. I keep forgetting which one I'm actually doing because I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting that you can just close it like that and go as fast as you want. And just keep changing stuff. Because you have to be very careful if you get something setting changed and you can't get Vulkan open, you you had to clear all your settings in Adrenaline. And if you turn on fluid frames for anything, any other game, you'll have to redo all your settings for Adrenaline. So you have to do all your settings, don't turn on fluid frames, save it, and then and then um, and then just have that one save and just load all them saves in every time you switch from Star Citizen to a different game. It's really easy, but it's complicated, and I'm not a developer, or at least I don't have enough coding to be a developer. Something else. It doesn't matter. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're at 180, 190. What are we doing? We're at 16 by 9. It says we're inactive. See, if we want to do it at 16 by 9, we have to definitely be in yeah, no, I think that's right. Is that right? Oh, borderless. You see the clarity there? You see how that is? It's the same clarity there, even though it's smaller, right? That's not the clarity. That's the clarity. Because we're on resolution override. I've gotten this right, but it's just complicated. So we're on borderless, resolution override, full screen. And that does the fuzz. Where's the fuzz? Where's the fuzz? Where's the fuzz? My goodness. Not in full screen. Not in full screen. You don't lose any quality at all. I mean, you lose whatever quality you have to lose to go to 1080p, but you're doing that in the emulator before it ever even touches the screen or touches the game. Is what we're doing. We're gonna get there because I've already got there. I just can't remember what I did. I'm gonna update this. I'm gonna upload this one because I'm sure it'll come to me while I'm trying to figure out my own stuff. That's usually how it works.